Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we have our first, not like our first bit, but first bit of sort of solid Madden 24 news. So be sure to hit like and subscribe if you want more when this stuff comes out. We should be closing in on actually getting like real Madden 24 news, like concrete from EA here, probably within the next few weeks. The beta does start, I believe they said June 8th. I could be wrong on that, but June 8th is allegedly when that beta will start. So the first bit of Madden 24 news is the fact that it looks like, if you're someone who plays online, MUT, all the other good stuff, it looks like they're going to switch from having, not having crossplay to actually having crossplay. It looks like now, this was a server-side change for EA. In previous iterations, each platform had unique patch data branches, so rosters, live content, tuning, all that other good stuff. There would probably be a PS4 branch, an Xbox One branch, and most recently there'd be a PS5 branch, an Xbox Series insert whatever branch, and then probably a PC branch. So it looks like instead you're going to have a Gen 4 branch, which will be both PS4 and Xbox One, and then you'll have the Gen 5, which is current gen, which will be PS5, Xbox Series, and then PC branches for, server side updates like rosters, live content, all the tuning, probably all the MUT stuff. So I know you might be saying, well, why would this be big for franchise gamers? Because I actually think this is actually pretty big news for, I think, franchise gamers. Simply put, if you were on PS5 last year, you kind of know the draft class quality was kind of garbage, being 100% honest. There was better quality draft classes, I think, probably on Xbox last year. So what this means is those sorts of community creation things like rosters, the draft classes, slider sets, all those sorts of things that users make and then upload, instead of it sort of being each sort of walled off, how maybe someone created a roster that you really want to use and it's only available on PlayStation and you play on Xbox where you can't get that file at all. Looks like now you're actually going to be able to sort of, cross platform file saves, roster sharing, all that sorts of things. So I actually think that's actually great for the community. I actually know there's a lot of people that put a lot of work into rosters. I believe that franchise guy, they do a online franchise where they do rosters and things like that. That's on Xbox. Well, and they do these really, detailed rosters and things like that. So if you're someone that wants to use those rosters, but you're on PlayStation, you're kind of SOL. You have to wait for someone else when they get done working at it on Xbox. You have to hope that someone else kind of feels like porting it over to PlayStation. Instead, now it looks like, for in terms of roster creation, it looks like the entire Madden community on next/current gen will be together working on one sort of unified, user created content sharing platform, I guess is the best way to put it, as opposed to what it was before when it was each sort of walled off. So I think that's great, honestly. And also I think this opens up actually a really great opportunity. Once again, I'm not an online player at all, but I think if you're someone who does online franchise, this is probably great for, if you're an online franchise player. Now your online franchises can actually be sort of crossplay. So instead of only having, being able to pull from Xbox on the side of things, you can actually pull from both, actually all three platforms, because PC's going next gen. The next gen version of the game will be available on PC, so you'll be able to all play together. So if you have people that actually want to join your league and you're on PlayStation, but they're on Xbox, they can do that this year in Madden 24. So I really do think this is honestly a really kind of underrated feature. I'm not the biggest crossplay guy, honestly. I'm gonna be frank with you. When I play Call of Duty, which is what I've been doing mostly for these past few months, as Madden 23 is pretty much slowed to a halt in terms of viewership and just interest. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. They have crossplay. I actually turn it off. I'd rather just play against PlayStation users. That's kind of how I am. But again, if you're someone who has friends, now you don't have to worry about which console that either of you have bought. So this was a feature that was brought to FIFA this past year. And again, like most things, once it gets introduced in FIFA, then it eventually finds its way to Madden. It's kind of annoying, honestly, that you think about that. Madden is usually like the last of the EA games to sort of get features like this for whatever reason. I don't know what that's all about. It's kind of annoying. I kind of wish they'd get this stuff a lot sooner, but they don't. So that's the first bit of real kind of tangible Madden 24 news that we have gotten. It's kind of been all quiet, really, outside of the announcement of the beta and the report that this was a make or break year for, probably the studio heads. Outside of that, we kind of haven't heard anything else, really. I mean, I know it is May. Usually that first trailer does drop in June, but once again, I do expect us to probably start getting news on Madden 24, like I said, very soon. The beta at the start of June. I've heard some people complain on why it's not cross-gen. I know some people really. I feel like some people kind of don't understand the reason why you can't do cross-gen. Is just the fact that these are two very different games entirely in terms of just how they play. Just the movement, all that stuff is completely different, and then they're not going to do it for last gen. One of the things I do expect with Madden 24 this year, and this, for a lot of my guys who are still on PS4 and Xbox One, I'm kind of sorry to say this, I wouldn't really expect anything in terms of new features, honestly. If they add anything to franchise, I really don't expect those features to actually make their way into the last gen version of the game. I think Madden 24 is going to be the for real start of the last gen game, PS4 and Xbox One, actually just being left behind, not getting those new features, not getting just getting a roster update, just getting updated, MUT cards is probably my guess. So they'll for sure get that stuff in the game, but my guess is that's probably going to be the main focus. That's just live content. That's very different from in-game content. So it's easy to just put a card on a last-gen version of the game, but I would not be shocked if this is maybe the last year where even the MUTs are sort of similar on both gen consoles. I think you'll likely see maybe in Madden 25 where it's just kind of not the case, where it's probably even more of a more stripped down game on last gen if they even release it. I mean, they might start phasing it out even harder and quicker than they have in sort of previous years, where they just straight up like it's kind of like nothing. So once again, I know that's tough for people who are still on last gen. It's not by choice for you. I'm sure if you could get a PS5, get a Series X or S, you could, but like I said, even money's tight for everyone right now. If you've bought groceries recently, very pricey. And so there's that. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to be starting getting this channel back rolling again as we head into the Madden 24 news cycle here this summer. Of course, I'm going to do those videos where I talk about who I think you should be using for a franchise team, things like that. But once again, going to hold off on those videos until we actually get some news on what's going to be added to franchise mode this year, because that will kind of affect what teams I think you should or shouldn't use. So look for those videos in the coming weeks and months as we begin to gear up for Madden 24. So I want to thank you guys again for watching this video. Be sure to hit like, be sure to hit subscribe. Let me know in the comment section how excited are you for Crossplay coming to Madden, and also let me know what other features you hope come to Madden 24. So once again, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.